A lot of guys played well for you tonight, but it seemed like the guards really led the way. Your thoughts on the way Kihei and Reese and Armand played?
Yeah, well, there was a couple good guards in attendance tonight, so I think they wanted to play well, but they sure did. Virginia Tech is really good. They're healthier now when they have Hunter back, and he's such a good player. And then they put a lot of pressure on you, and rarely will you hear me say this, but we had to score. We had a hard time stopping them, and we ran good offense, and the guards made timely big baskets. But they put a lot of pressure on you, and I just thought there's some key plays. I do think Ryan Dunn was very he was influential, or was a difference defensively for us with his length. So he impacted that game that way. But I think all the guys that were in there did a good job, and it was just it was a really good game for us, and I think for them too. And there was a lot of runs, but the guards certainly played well.
Tony, how impactful was the attention to ball security today? 5 turnovers, your fewest this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. Anytime the possessions matter in games like this, and both of us try to do some similar things. We try to really jam the lane, make it hard. I mean, we're not out there denying and pressuring passing lanes, but there's a lot of traffic if you put it on the floor, and then there's obviously some individual quick hands. And so, again, in games like this against a high-quality opponent, and you can forget their conference record. That's not even right because of what they were before having Hunter hurt. You have to, whether you can knock down your free throws, get some key rebounds, and then handle the ball, that stuff matters. They only had 8 turnovers, both had 19 assists, so it was a fairly clean offensive game by both teams.
Yeah, since you guys have gone smaller, I think maybe Jaden has tried to figure things out a little bit, but he got going tonight offensively. Yeah. What did you see from him? And I guess what changes and adjustments does he have to make when you guys go with that small look?
Yeah, no, I thought he did a good job offensively. He's, we're adjusting some things offensively, and he's finding, and guys are looking for him, finding the soft spots where to get it. And sometimes I thought he just had a little more patience offensively, got the ball to the spots, some plays in the middle of the lane, little turn and face stuff where he's been good. So I think it's all of us just kind of getting used to it. But it's that's 4 games now where we've played pretty good. And again, it's just, can you get rebounds and stop people, and then maybe there's a little more ball security with it. But that doesn't mean we won't have to play bigger at times, or guys that haven't played as much in the last few games, Caden and even Francisco and guys out, that just keep staying ready, because the game brings different situations, and that's why practice is valuable, and again, guys getting used to it. But Ben and Jaden, because of their they're sturdy, I think that helps sometimes where they're not getting moved, and whether it's rebounding position and stuff like that.
Tony, this is the most Kihei scored this season. It's also the most he's ever scored in this rivalry. Was there something about the way they were defending that allowed him to be more aggressive, or just his feel for the game?
No, and Kihei probably wanted to tell Ty he scored more than he ever did. I don't know if Ty probably had more. I don't know if he probably had that in the back of his mind at the end. But no, I think he just, we were shooting the ball fairly well. We were getting different kinds, varied shots, and Kihei just took advantage of some good drives. He made some real clever plays, and then he hit a couple of big-time threes. We needed one that was huge. I mean, it's not the offense. It's just guys making shots, making plays, and then you mix in the offense with the ball security. But no, he was really good tonight.
You guys had 5 of the old-fashioned 3-point plays tonight. Yeah. Did you go into the game looking to maybe attack the basket more than you typically would?
I mean, the and one is nice. I just think if there's lanes there with Kihei and Reese, but even you saw Isaac McNeely's 7 points were valuable. And then, Armand did it a little bit last game. It's just kind of taking what the defense gives you. And sometimes they did a good job defensively, so we got a little behind the shot clock, so then it forced you to make an aggressive play into the lane. And I liked when we played off 2 feet under control and found some nice drop-offs and, good decisions.
Yeah, Tony, was kind of a full circle moment with Ty sitting courtside for Kihei, but he became the all-time wins leader in program history tonight. Just looking back on kind of what he's accomplished, and then the decision just to come back this year and what he's been able to do this year.
Who was it before? Was it London?
Momedy.
It was Momedy, okay. Again, great. And again, there has to be an asterisk by that because he's getting 5 years and those guys only got 4. So I got to stand up a little bit for Ty and London and Mamadi. But, he's such a competitor, Kihei is. And, he's just like Ty. When you look across the court, you see him, and then you think of Kihei. They're an important part of the fabric of this program and what's taken place, and hopefully what will continue. But there's a guy his size doesn't get to where he is without having a fierce side of him, a competitor, and he wants to win, and that's what he's done most of his career. And but he's still coachable, and again, it's good to have him back for sure. I'm glad he made that decision.
Last one. When you'll be playing them again, how much did playing them tonight help you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a healthy rivalry. I have a ton of respect for Coach Young. He's a very good coach. Their players are sound and tough and good, and it's that way. So I mean, they'll be ready. Hopefully, we'll be ready, and it'll be probably another high-level game. So again, since he's been there, he's done a heck of a job. Yeah, playing at full strength. Yeah, we didn't play him. I think Hunter makes them a different team, I would think. Although, I mean, they played competitive without him, but he just adds a dimension. His release is so quick, and they run a lot of very good dribble handoff stuff, and then they have obviously one of the better forwards in our game is Mutz, I think, in our league. And then they got their point guard has really improved, Padula, and they can play. So again, our league is good this year. It's very balanced. Okay.
Coach, you've been running a little bit more of that triangle 3-man offense. How do you think that benefits this roster offensively, and maybe in particular Armon and Ben?
Yeah, it's good. They've been doing a good job. You're always looking for things, adjustments, things that can feed into their strengths, and we've used it in past teams, past years. But those guys, I think it fits them well, and we have some other bases. But it's good because it gives you a variety of looks. And but I think Armon, it's freed him up a little bit. He's been more aggressive. And Ben's got very good feel, so he's handy in that because of his passing, and now he's stretching a little bit with the 3 ball. And if Jaden keeps getting comfortable, there's some good things, and we can put different guys in it. So, but I'm sure teams will guard it in different ways, and you'll just have to adjust.